anyway.
All right, we're here with recently evicted Robin, the fifth member of the jury. How are you feeling?
Uh, that's a good question. Relief that I don't have to beg and plead anymore, and also disappointed that I didn't at least keep my average placement the same by getting fourth. So, kind of, I guess it's a mixed bag, mixed emotions.
All right, period. Um, so kind of like walk us through the week for you. When Glenn won the HOH, did you feel like that was going to be lights out? Did you see any outs for yourself this week? Kind of like, how was it for you?
Uh, so when he won HOH, it basically felt like a coin flip to me because a part of me, at first I wasn't sure, but Glenn went out of his way to say that if it was a tie and it was me and Nathan, he'd keep me. I don't think he lied about that. So I think if I think if it was me and Nathan up, like I would have been fine. But I think the problem was always going to be like Nathan and his just really friggin' good comp skills, like winning out that veto, and like he was really confident about it. And I cannot do a jigsaw to save my freaking life. Like I'm like that one I got like 20 minutes on. That was my third attempt. And that was like the best I could do. And it's kind of, and I'm like seeing him be confident, and I'm like, oh, yeah, it might be over. So I think at first it was like kind of 50-50. And then I started feeling the like incoming dread as that POV went on. It's like, oh, I think it is lights out. And then obviously Nathan wins the veto, and it's kind of over from there. At least it felt over.
Okay. Um, so so Nathan wins the veto. Ari goes up, and you get to work campaigning. So obviously your votes were Swan and Nathan. So kind of walk us through, and potentially Glenn in the tiebreaker. So kind of walk us through how which votes you were campaigning for and how you were going about it.
I think I trusted Nathan when he said like he wanted to take me to the end. So I knew it was less about talking to him and more to getting through to Vlyn. Cause like Swan and Ari have known each other for like ages, I think. And like it was just obvious to me that they've been like each other's ride or die. Or at least the breadcrumbs have made me feel that way. Um so I kind of figured Swan definitely wasn't gonna keep me. So I was like, I went to Vlan and I was like, hey, Ari and Swan, do you know he hosted her before? That's crazy. Or I think I was like all dramatic. It was like they've known each other for years, Flynn. Which I don't think that's actually true. Or it might be. I have no clue actually. I was just shouting shit to see if it would keep me alive at that point. And then Flynn was like instantly like, there's so much I can't tell you. You're just it'll make sense when you see my goodbye messages and all that. And I was like, oh wow. And that drained all the fight I had in me. It's like him already dropping the "there's things I can't tell you" card just kind of made me feel like his mind was made up for certain. And then lo and behold, there goes that 2-0 vote. I probably could have put up more of a fight, but I'm not sure if it would have ended up doing much in the end. I'm gonna feel like an idiot if I like read on this and like there was a chance and I just didn't push hard enough. But I guess it is what it is at the end of the day.
All right. Well, top five in three straight runs. I think that's pretty good lasting legacy for you. But let's take a look at your goodbye messages. So
Okay.
if you see a text exit interview channel.
Alrighty.
So stay on there because you don't have read history perms.
Yep, got it pulled
Period.
up.
Period. Sounds good. Let me get these pulled up real quick. All right. So your first one is from Ari.
Alrighty.
So feel free to just react to them as you know.
Yeah. All right. Hey, Robin. I think our org relationship can be summed up as playing like we're two siblings. We're hardly ever on the same page. We bicker. We talk to others about each other. We have a weird level of trust and distrust all at once, but I love you to death. It's so nice to have another chance to play with you, and I'm so excited to host another org together. I have way more free time in general life than I did before. And you were right about my final three with Glenn and Swan. I've attempted to take the approach of being the weaker threat so that either of them would take me to the final two over the other, and so that I was never the primary target in people's minds. Here's hoping I got it right and that I can make you proud. Okay. Okay, it feels good to know I was kind of right about that. I think it's a good strategy to get there, but I really wonder how the other jurors are taking her like strategy here because like I love Ari to death. Like I'd get mad at her and then like we'd have a conversation and then she'd be my favorite person again. So that's probably blinding me. But like I'm really rooting for Ari. Like if she were to win, I think I'd be content with that. And I don't think she's playing a bad game. And I hope she's not because like I feel like she got slammed a little bit too much by like Hunter and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm rooting for Ari. Love this goodbye message. Ari's just awesome. I've got nothing but good things to say.
All right. This is from Nathan.
Oh, Nathan. My king, I really, really wanted us to make it to final two, but the cards just didn't fall in our favor. You were a great ally, even if you threw my name out a few times, and I am sad to see you go, King. I hate this because I love Nathan too. Like, like he was just so chaotic, at least with how he talked to me. But for some reason, it was just like really entertaining and like it was really endearing. I don't know how to word it, but I'm gonna miss Nathan. I think he's playing a good game too. I think he might need to comp out though, and I kind of hope he does it. Nathan winning would be such a crazy fun ending, I think.
Next is from Swan, a longer one.
Oh Lord, I'm expecting him to have written me like a Bible or something. Oh, and there's the Bible. Oh, actually, this isn't that long. Robin, my love, when I saw I was cast with you, I had no idea what to expect. Would I get Kathy? Would I get Pikmin, Pixel Robin, or a Robin I've never seen before? I can't even remember what Pixel Robin was. The one thing I did know is that it was going to be a fun and enjoyable experience because you were here and I was right. Even if there was a day where I wanted you dead. I think I think it was probably a couple more than one day. But if it was, that makes me feel good. Game things you probably already knew. I started the tie flip vote with Leia, then let her and Nathan be the face of it. I didn't. I kind of. Okay, that kind of makes sense. I mean, that's what I kind of thought. That army trusted everyone outside the Angels except for Danielle. And the lights of me, Leia, Hex, and Zeeves was made. Oh, so I guess I just kind of I did figure out a lot about Swan there. Okay, so he was the one that told Flash. Yeah, okay, so that's when Ari and okay, that makes sense. That all sort of lines up. Um, let's see, there's so much here. Oh, okay. Okay. I get Swan's game. Okay, this makes a lot of sense. Damn, Swan is playing a good game though. Damn, I keep getting these goodbye messages, and I'm sitting here like, wow, I'd really want to vote for them. And now I'm like 3 of these in and realizing I can't vote for all of them.
All right.
But yeah, I respect Swan's game. It's pretty damn good.
Well, lastly is Blinn.
It better be a love note or a confession. Let's see, ladies and gentlemen. Oh God, I totally forgot about that song Glenn made way back then. Oh, I forgot about the Robin show. It was a joy to play with you again. I can safely say that I never wanted to target you on my HOHs, and that's growth. In all honesty, I did trust you a fair amount at the beginning, but I was pretty cautious after hearing about you wanting to backdoor Swan and painting he and I as a duo, and then even more so when Dre was campaigning against you during the double. That makes sense. I wish Lynn told me more though. Wait, didn't he tell me he was going to tell did I imagine him telling me he was going to tell me in his goodbye message? Cuz like Swan explained it to me, but I don't know. I guess I'll have to ask him
Oh,
about that.
sorry. There is more to his message. That's my bad.
Oh, I was about to be like, "What?"
One second.
You're all good. I don't know why I thought he just ended it there. Here we go. I always figured that I would go into this game as a threat and likely be targeted with Hex and Zeeves, who I was clearly working closely with. Because of this, I had to be prepared for that day to come, where my trio with Swan and Ari came into play. Ari discovered the private DR guessing game and clashed with HOH. And from it, I found the Final Four Legacy veto that week, which I've been holding on to ever since. I've kept this info close to my chest, and that's why there's no way in hell I could vote Ari in a tie. I would lose her jury vote for sure, and it would just be cruel to do. Okay, that makes more sense. I was kind of confused on the DR guessing thing game now, but now I kind of get the context, I think. But damn. Okay. This all makes sense. Everything lines up.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
Glenn's
does
kind of a good game too, though. Oh, sorry, Slimy.
no continue.
I was just saying, I like normally I feel like when I'm in jury, there's just like someone I would definitely never vote for, and I like don't know who I support the most out of the 4 people left. This is gonna be a hard one.
So, do any of these goodbye messages change your perspectives about the games anyone's been playing?
Uh, Honestly, Nathan probably could have said more, but I feel like I know his game, and I feel like Swan, Ari, and Vlyn. It's just made me like respect their individual games a lot more because I feel like they're all doing their own little thing. Like Ari's definitely playing like the best role she can play in that alliance. Swan did a good job playing the middle, and I feel like Vlyn's just playing like a really dominant game. So that's about so I feel like it's all really boosted my opinions of them. Definitely makes my vote harder.
Right. So, about your vote, what do you feel like you'll be valuing most when it comes to determining your jury vote?
When you said that, I thought you were about to follow it off with "You ain't voting." I don't know why I thought you were going to say that. Oh gosh, what am I going to value most? Um, that's I don't know. I feel like it's really going to take some. I feel like it's really going to take like a good pitch from any of them on finale night to really get me looking in any particular direction. It's like I feel like I could rate all their games and they'd end up with like a similar like average point total if I broke it up into like categories. I'm not sure what those categories would be, but like in my gut, I don't know. Like if you held a gun to my head and told me to choose, I'm still not sure who would be the first person to come to mind. So I really think like Actually, I guess their actions getting to the end from like this point onwards in this very final stretch, and like who's sitting next to who and how their speeches are gonna go. Like, I think it's definitely gonna come down to just like that final two performance, like how they talk to us jurors, how they alleviate like other jurors who might be mad at them, all that kind of stuff.
All right, so I'm getting the impression your vote is very in the air at the moment.
Yeah, I would say that. I feel like the more I think about it, I feel like I don't want to say this for certain, but I feel like I would be a little less likely to vote for Nathan compared to the other three, which is weird because I really want him to win, but that's my only feeling right now. I feel like I could realistically end up voting for anyone at this point. It's definitely just a toss up for me.
All right, very interesting. We have some questions from your fans.
You don't have to lie, Slimy. You can just end the interview.
No, trust me, you have your fans. Um, shall I read these questions? I just saw them a second ago. 1 second. Okay. So, who is your favorite showmance in the game?
Um. Oh gosh, I had so many of those. You know, it's hard being as gorgeous and as attractive as me because the showmances just flock to you. Like I could feel like the heartbreak coming from like all three of my showmances. Like as I exited the house, you know, like I was like they knew they had to do it for their games, but like deep down everyone loved me. In all seriousness. Um honestly, I don't know. Ari is like my favorite person in the house, so that's the winning showmance in my book. Sorry to Glenn and Swan. I think Swan probably takes third in the showmance department. In hindsight, I don't think we had that much chemistry. Sorry,
Okay.
Swan.
Whose diary room are you most excited to read after the season?
Oh, Swans, absolutely. I've got to see his diary room when all that when all that shit with Dre's HOH was going down. That was that was probably really funny.
Period. So you've made some deep runs into 3 seasons. How would you rank the seasons you've played?
Uh, three is my favorite out of the ones I played. Then All Stars, and then tragically, it's probably just my absolute. I don't know where this. Like in three, like it was a constant adrenaline rush because I was either having to shoot at someone every week or I was being shot at every cycle. Five, I just got along with the people I worked with really well, and it was just a generally fun time, I think. And this one, like, it was still pretty fun. Like, goddamn, like BBD is always like the highest quality orgs, but I was just like so freaking powerless. Like, it felt like every cycle was just me just kind of sitting there, like incapable of doing any actual damage to anyone. And when I tried, it like backfired. It started to feel like I was a cockroach that was just on the floor of the house that people just kept trying to squash, but I couldn't actually do anything as a cockroach. So eventually they just get bored and I don't know, go kick someone else. But damn, I still love the season though. It's still a real fun time.
All right. And who do you think is the weakest player this season to you?
Like overall,
Yes.
well, oh gosh, I definitely don't think I did very well. Uh, and I definitely don't feel like I have much room to judge. Uh, but if I had to pick someone, um, I don't I don't know. I mean, I guess Ty didn't fight very well cycle one. But if you wanted me to pick someone like other than the first boot, I don't know who I'd say. This is a bad question for me because I feel like I'm throwing stones in the glass house right now. It's like asking the asking me who played the worst. Yeah, but I guess that's my answer. That's my answer then.
All right. Well, who are you most excited to see in the Dre House again?
Uh, that's a good question. I'm kind of excited to see everyone. I miss Dre though. I want to know why she called me a fucker going out the door. I know she said it was like endearing, but I don't know. I want to like figure out like what the game was like from like her perspective and Hunter's, because I can kind of guess what it was like for like Hex and Zeeves. But I want to like get like Hunter and Dre's piece of the story the most. And plus, I just miss them. I enjoyed the Brainiacs. It was a fun little group.
So, were Ari, Blinn, and Swan your allies or not?
Uh no, that's a great question, and I have to answer it with the question, and that is, what is an ally? Um, oh my gosh, were they my? I don't know. I feel like I was such a chaotic mess that I didn't trust anyone. So did they consider me an ally? Maybe, but I feel like definitely not Swan, because after that one incident, I was just like, I don't think we'll. I don't know. There were some times I trusted him. I'm gonna say that based on the day, it was a coin flip as to whether I considered them an ally or not. I typically believed in Ari more often than not, but Glenn and Swan were more like coin flips. And obviously, once I started like targeting Glenn, like he wasn't my ally, but yeah, I was so paranoid and whatever. It was just it's kind of a coin flip most days, I think.
The question was actually referencing your iconic speech.
Oh,
You're either my ally or you're not. You're either Dre's ally or you're not. You're either Hunter's ally or you're not.
oh my God, that was. Oh, okay. Now I get the joke. God, that first, I don't know why I responded like that. It was like the simplest vote ever, and my mind instantly rushed to, "Oh God, Robin, you're being betrayed already." And then I was just, I don't, I don't know what the hell came over me, because like after that fire went in me, like I just did not have that same level of fire like the whole season. I was like a sad little puppy, like barking at people, but not in like the cute way, in like the kind of sad way. Like damn. So God, now I can remember that speech. Though I'm glad it was iconic. I guess I'll need to learn in what context when I get out of here. But
And will. So, why did you throw Swan under the bus and lie about it? So this is back, with
yeah,
the holding on your back door.
um, like I already kind of knew Swan's reputation, and he's like suave, and also like I just kind of sat there and I was like, I feel like he's definitely got a lot of sway, and like stuff from like the Clash, like the incident with Clash, like I just felt like he had, like based on what I knew and how he'd been operating, like I felt like he had a lot of sway. Like he would definitely be playing the middle. And I guess I was right, but I guess I kind of forgot that in order to take a shot at someone, you have to actually have ammunition. And all I was doing is basically running my damn mouth. Um, and I came up with all sorts of crazy lies to justify it. I think I told Swan I was like trying to set up Zeeves. I can't even remember what that lie was because I literally just made it up on the spot for Swan while I was apologizing to him. So really, honestly, I just kind of felt threatened by him, and he seemed like a good person to make into a target. But I don't think I put any tactical or strategic thought into that past the oh no, I gotta get Swan. So yeah, that move was just motivated by like how I felt about him in terms of the threat he posed to me, and also just my general crackheadedness.
All right. Well, most days played, most nominations by far, top 5 all your seasons. What do you feel like is your lasting legacy for BBD?
That's a good question. I feel like I'm a kind of important side character who, by the last season, was a little bit incapable of keeping up. I don't know. I won fan favorite once. I feel like I had a good run my first season and had some shining moments in All Stars. And at least if I didn't play well this time, but at least I hope that my wreckage of moves and gameplay was at least entertaining. So I guess in the end, I hope I gave some people some laughs at least, or at least gave them like a I don't know. As long as I made people scratch their heads at least like twice, I think I'll become pretty content with that being my legacy. You never know what you'll get with me.
Well, I can't speak for everyone, but I always love having you. So we actually have had the next HOH play out. Who do you predict won?
Oh, I'm gonna go with my gut and say Swan won.
Interesting. It was the Solve for X competition, that you famously won back in BBD3.
Yeah.
But I'll let you wait till you get to the jury house before I reveal who actually won it.
Sounds good.
All right then. Thank you, Robin. Love having you once again.
Yeah, it was fun to play.
And we'll let you get to the jury and confer with them.
All right, thank you. See you, everybody.